Hi stamping friends, it's Marilyn here with Stamping Creations with Marilyn, coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. With my normal Tuesday Facebook Live, I do have a quick and easy Christmas card to show you because we are in December and I'm sure some of you are like me, you're kind of thinking, I have lists this long but only this much time. Maybe not quite as bad as other years because of COVID making us stay home and not do near as much visiting and traveling, which is sad, but we're happy we have our phones, our Facebook Lives, our FaceTime, our Zoom connections that we can share with others. So hopefully all is well in your part of the world, and I like to thank you for joining me today on Facebook Live. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, I'd really appreciate you subscribing and ringing that bell so you know when or connecting that bell so it will ring for you when you know I have uploaded a new video. So being December, we're into December 1st. I have a few December kind of things to share with you. The first and most prominent on my world right now is the fact that Kinnett Hampers in Spruce Grove, the hamper program is still happening even with COVID restrictions. And I will be helping them in a couple weeks, putting things together, the toys and whatever. The food is going from the food bank this year rather than us doing a bunch of it. But we are, as Kinnett's, accepting donations online. And if you go to the Spruce Grove Kinnett's website, or they do have a Facebook page, you can find that information. I really appreciate you helping out with the local charity that way. And also for the next 2 weeks, starting today and until December 14th, I will be selling some of the cards, the many bins of cards that I have sitting here with me, at $4 a card and donating $2 per card to the Kinnetts. So after that 2 weeks period. So hopefully you'll help me share some love with these cards I have, and also it will be sharing with the Kinnett Hampers. A few other things, but I do have things to show you at my desk, so I will flip the camera around and turn you down to there, and we'll get started. So bear with me as I try not to give you whiplash and try not to tip everything over. Hey Bonnie, hello Karen, I see your names on there, so all must be good, which is really good to see. How's things in your part of the country today? I was out for a little bit this morning and was really excited to see sunshine and warm weather. So enjoy each day. It looks like from our forecast here, it looks like it's going to be that way for the next week or so, which is awesome. So things to mention: Curvy Celebrations, that set is still available. Haven't seen anything on that being sold out yet. So that is the bundle. It includes stamp set dies, another Christmassy a Christmas stamp set only available now, and the Christmas paper. I know that was getting low inventory on that one, and $96 that is available. If you have any purchases from Stampin' Up, December 8th is the cutoff to get them here in time for Christmas. I do have a form you can fill out if you have someone in your family that you'd like to give a list to that could buy from me. And again, the December 8th cutoff would be very pertinent there because of the shipping. Watching the news again today, noticed that shipping was ramping up for Canada Post and other couriers, so we don't want to be late with anything there. So if you have that wish, let me know and I will help you out. I still have my 12 weeks of Christmas. There's 4 weeks left, so you can still get in on that if you subscribe to my newsletter. Appreciate you doing that. I have a new host code for December. That changes each month. If you weren't aware of that, just to make a note, I do post it on my Facebook page and in my newsletters, so to keep you up to date. And it is on my website. So if you're ever in doubt as to what it is, the website is probably the best place to go. So, hi Terry, welcome again. Nice to see you, and thank you for sharing your cards on the different posts that we've been doing. Really appreciate you guys sharing what you've done there. So, news today from Stampin' Up. Demonstrators can order the mini cut and emboss. Will be available to customers in January, but if you really want to get your hands on it, now would be a great time to join Stampin' Up. And as a demo, you could get it. Also, starting today, demos can order from the mini catalog, which is the January to June, and qualify for Sale-A-Bration products. I have read that quite a number of the dies out of that catalog are not available right at the moment due to some shipping problems somewhere in the world. Didn't read where that was, but anyway, and further, I'll just to step back to this one for a moment. This is the set that I will be using for my monthly club class on December 17th. So if you happen to want to join us for that, just send me an email and I will add you to my list. Would like to have registrations for that in by December 6th so I can get the products ready. So today, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. This is the bundle that we are going to be working with. Cherish the Season bundle. It's on page 33 of the current mini. 10% if you buy them together, and it has dies and stamps with some words. I've used this Merry Christmas lots. We're going to use it again today in the card. I used the to and the from for some gift tags I made that my daughter-in-law wanted. And of course the stamps that dies work with and whatever. So a great bundle, 10% off if you buy it together. So I'll show you the pieces. This is the actual stamp set. It is the red rubber, so not see-through like the photopolymer, but still very easy to use. And as you can see by whatever I stuck on there, that this is really sticky now, so they do stick on the stamp, on the block. Whoa, that was a good catch. On the blocks really well. Sorry about that. And then for the dies, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 ornaments. And these little pieces are to cut from the right way, edges to go across there. I'll show you some cards at the end that I've made with those on there. So those are our dies. And here we go. This is the card we're going to make. So quite simple in design, but very effective, I think, with the designer paper on it and the embossed layer. So I have an 8.5 by 5.5 that will be folded and scored. Hello, Sharon. Yes, Terry, really excited. I'm throwing the blocks around. It wasn't on purpose, but lucky I didn't break anything, including myself. So I have that. I have the green that's already been embossed, and it is 3 by 4.25, so a little bit smaller, but it's a great way to use your cardstock if you're a little bit short, or if you're making a number of cards and a bit short of having them to make the full card base that we quite often do. Then I have my designer paper, and that could be done with either side. Actually, that side's kind of cute today too, except I have the red ink out, so I think I'll leave mine on the red side. So it will be going there. I have my paper to put my greeting. I have my Christmas balls cut out, and we noticed these holly leaves and berries do pop out of there, but if you put double-sided tape on the back of them, which I haven't done on that yet, they will stay in. Plus you have the double-sided tape to help hold them when you go to put it on the card. I guess it would help if I'd show you what I'm doing, hey? So not all, they don't always, especially on the bigger one, they don't always stay in that well when you cut them, because I obviously had cut that out with the die before. So, but that is a neat little trick for that. So we'll just go ahead. And what's happening in your part of the world today? December 1st indicate Christmas decorations for you. My hubby won't let me put up Christmas decorations before December. I was bugging him the other day because we had some extra time, of course. Not December yet. And I don't know if I insisted if he would really care, but that's okay. I'm tired of them by the time I'm ready to take them down between Christmas and New Year's, and that's his same token. He won't let me take them down until after New Year's Day, so I'm not really in a rush to get them put up. So when I'm dealing with embossed layers, I always use the liquid glue because it will get down in the grooves. So I would put my strips of designer paper on there, and it looks like a Christmas parcel. So that will be the layer that goes on there. And once again, I like doing all of my stamping and pieces before I actually glue them on, and that looks like I didn't get enough glue on there. I've discovered recently, I know some of you I've told this to already, but with especially with a red rubber stamp that you can't really see where the words are through it, it's sometimes better to mount it at an angle so that when you go to place it on your paper, you're not looking at the bottom of the block to line it up. You're actually looking at the stamp. So we'll see if I can line it up well enough. Looks like it'll work. And then to cut the little flag ends, you can use a punch. Or the trick that I like to do is, especially on these tiny ones, is to just cut down straight in the center and then in from each corner. And most of the time, it turns out. So I'll just do that on both ends. So if you happen to hear a little bit of music in the background, it's because I do have Christmas carols on the TV. And I like music at the best of times, so for me it was a given that I would try that. Hopefully it's not too disturbing for you. Maybe you can't even hear it, I don't know. And this is organza ribbon, which is fairly easy to work with. Just use the bunny ears to tie it in a bow, and then I will trim it and put it on there with a glue dot. Done the stamping, going to move that. Now I am going to put my card together. So again, going to... So yeah, if you have any questions on the Kinnett hampers, be sure and let me know. If I can't answer them, I do have contact of a young gal who is very knowledgeable and works very hard all year for that program. So I would love to help support them. I didn't on that other one, I didn't put a dimensional on there, but I think I'm going to on this one, just for something a little different. And this particular size will hold regular dimensionals. And just tuck it where it can be seen. I'm going to put my, I want to call these bells. They're not really bells, are they? Baubles, I guess would be a proper term. Peel the backing off of my tear and tape. I used to do, would have used Scotch tape on the back of here, but the tear and tape allows me to do that, and then I can also use that for adhering to the card. So it's going to be my kind of my focal point where those join. So let's tuck that one on, and then I'm going to tuck this one on. So once again, I really appreciate you sharing your designs on below this video once it's posted on Facebook. And I know you can't share my post from this group now that it's set to private, and that is to try and help keep a lot of, not scam, but a lot of those posts that we don't want to see all the time by having it private. And it also protects you as a member from being targeted for a lot of those things. So you can't share it, but if you post on there, and you can ask others to join. And I'd love to have your friends, crafting friends, other friends just interested, come and join us. It would be, you know what, excuse me while I grab my ribbon scissors. My paper snips do not trim this very well. I'm always amazed when I watch other videos where they can do that so easily. So once my bow is ready, I am going to just attach a glue dot this way. And there we go. There's our card. So using some of my favorite and very popular red and green, of course, for Christmas colors. So I'll show you a few other things with that particular set as well. Here's a card done again with just some stamping with the greenery that is in that set. On either side, some red, green, and silver paper, and then the bells they are bells. I see the ringer part of it. Got it. And thank you, Bonnie, I saw that. Stamped on there, and just some gray at the back. It doesn't always have to be silver at the back layer with that. And here is a gift card holder that we made using the bells and the ribbon. It's just a couple layers of cardstock folded, and then to put the gift card in, there's ribbon tied around it. Isn't that a neat idea? And the bells were tied to the ribbon, just so that they would give it some decoration and whatever on there. So again, same color coordination. Then I have a number of cards that I've made with that set and the bells. And this particular one, I put cardstock in behind where the holly leaves and berries came out. So that's one done in red. And this one, the background is done in green, but with the red bow. And this one's a bit fancy fold card. I trimmed out the words, but again, the words from that set. And I can't remember what the description is of that, but the card opens that way. It's got some extra layers here that will hold it together. I've done one with, again, those words and the stamp for the, and using up some of the designer paper, just really struggled. There's two of those. I did one in red and one in green. And being the personality type I am, I struggled with laying them not straight. I wanted them to be straight, and that wasn't the whole object. And these little stars are so cute. Can you see those? I just got them and was so tickled. Not sure when you look at the thickness, if you can see the thickness there, about them going through the mail, but maybe I can use them otherwise. One that we did in our Friday Zoom with Friends class. If you want to join that, just send me an email and I'll link you up with information on that. This particular one, I did a silver and a cherry cobbler bell. And here is where I used that other die to cut the pieces that go along the edges. Hi, Bee. Long time since I've seen you or talked to you. Welcome. And just a different fold. Again, one of the gals had given me a card and I was able to recreate it. So really pleased with that. When you do cut silver and cherry cobbler like that, if you cut and take the pieces out of the inside, you end up with two, like a set of two. So it's a little more time consuming to match all the pieces up again, but I love puzzles. So for me, it worked very well. Okay, and these are some of the cards that I received in a swap recently, but very pretty cards. This one is done with the Snowflake set, Snowflake Splendor, and the paper. And those words are, may your season sparkle. And sorry, I don't have all the names of who these are from. So this one is that little goat that is in the catalog. I got you a cake, but I ate it. And so such a neat design again. So many that people come up with. Made in the North Pole, reindeer air freight. Beautiful reindeer. And the tree embossing folder that is currently in the holiday catalog. Again with some silver foil, and I'm sure that this design of the medallion was probably cut out behind here from the silver foil just to save on the paper. Another one with the made in the North Pole reindeer air freight with the reindeer pulling the sleigh. Special delivery. May the wonder of Christmas stay with you throughout the coming year, and a season's greeting. This one, done with the copper foil and the tree folder, embossing folder, and the snowflake embossing folder on this side. So, and cut angled. I never would have thought of that. So great idea that they've shared again. Another one with the snowflakes. So this is our blue glimmer paper that we have currently. This is the snowflake paper. This is the die, and these are dies, obviously. And it's highlighted with just a few adhesive snowflakes. So, and last but not least is another one done with the Feels Like Frost paper. This is leaves cut, I'm going to say from the Forever Greenery, I think. And this ribbon is just over a piece of the same cardstock that's back here. So isn't that gorgeous? Just beautiful. And the little greeting, this is part of the Snowflake Suite as well, these rhinestones that are on there. And then she has done the same ribbon over the cardstock there. I just got that ribbon, so that's a great idea for it. So thanks, Pam, for sharing that. And the verse, may the spirit of peace gently fill your heart and home in this most wonderful time of year. Beautiful words. So like all of the Stampin' Up sets, there's words that you can find in almost every set that really means something for you and your situation at this time of year. So again, I want to thank you for joining me. Hopefully you got a few tips and tricks out of there, and a card pattern, sample, sketch, trial, whatever to follow. And we'll make some and share them with at the bottom of this post. Follow if you're following on the replay. Thank you for joining me, and if you're on YouTube, thank you for joining there as well. And again, I would appreciate it if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel and comment on there. I do follow both of them, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thanks for joining me.